So, buenos días, goedemorgen, buongiorno, good morning, guten morgen, alle Kunden nel mondo intero. Welcome to the fifth webinar, Turespaña and Travel Magazine. On behalf of my colleague Jonas and myself, it's a typical Spanish or Catalan weather. It's not typical Belgian weather, but anyhow, we are there. We have a lot of panelists sharing our conversation this morning. Welcome to all the speakers. And first of all, I give the floor to il Signor Presidente, to Rafael Chamorro di Turespaña. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Robert. I only want to say welcome to everyone to attend this webinar with us. It's for us a pleasure to share this time with all of you. I want to say thank you, of course, to the travel agents, to the tour operators to be here with us today, because it's really important for us. It's a privilege to share this hour with you. And also to Robert and Travel Magazine to co-organize this fifth webinar this year. But I think that since last year, 2020 was the 12th, something like that. We are really, really proud of this collaboration with Travel Magazine. And of course, to Olga and Meritxell to be here with us, because we are going to learn many things about Barcelona maybe you don't know. You know that now Spain is again open for this summer. We are happy to receive tourists, but this is a difficult summer. We have been a terrible winter and not very good spring. And now, after 8 months of second lockdown, we have again very good values of the coronavirus in Belgium are all over Spain. We have now many orange zones in Spain or in many of our regions. And I think that the next week we are going to have most of the country, and Catalonia, of course, in orange again, because you know, this is the coronavirus cases in Spain is now very, very low. And I think it's a question of hours or days. And we have also excellent news about the COVID certificate, the COVID digital certificate. I think it will be easier to travel all and now it's implemented, I think, in Belgium, it will begin tomorrow, I think. And in Spain, in some regions, it's already implemented, the COVID certificate, the COVID digital certificate. And I think it will be easier to travel without only with the vaccination all around Europe this summer. According to the European Travel Commission, 50% of the Belgians want to travel abroad this year. They want to travel abroad this summer. I think it's a very good news for us. And 23% of these Belgians say that Spain is the favorite option to go. For that reason, I think we are going to have not a magnificent summer, but a good one in comparison with the last summer. And I think it's a very good news. If you want to know about the regulation in Spain, you can check our website, spain.info, and especially Travel Safe. Travel Safe is a new section of we have there all the regulation of the coronavirus in all the regions and in Spain. And then you can check in travelsafe.spain.info and spain.info and look for the Travel Safe sign, all the regulation, all the things that you need to travel to Spain. And finally, I only want to say that we're going to discover many things about Barcelona. All of you know very well the city. I'm sure that all of you have been in Barcelona many times. After the Olympics in 1992, Barcelona is, I think, maybe one of the more interesting cities in the world. But Barcelona is much more. Barcelona is, of course, the coastal line, coastal towns, Sitges, for example, but there's many, many more, or the mountains on the fantastic landscape of the paradors. Even Cardona, for example, a small town near Barcelona, has a fantastic parador. Barcelona is a wonderful province, a wonderful city, and you are going to find and discover for your clients and for you many, many new things today. And that's all from my part. Let me introduce, and I'm sure that many of you already know Judith Portela. Judith is in charge of the relationship with the tour operators and travel agents in our office. And please, Judith, when you want. And thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you, Rafael. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We are actually halfway through the webinar series of this year, of course, with the help of our colleagues from Travel Magazine. So I insist, I would like to thank Robert and Jonas, who is always helping behind the scenes. I think today we can say already that we are slowly going back to normal. And as Rafael said, everyday traveling is a bit more possible. And hopefully also to urban destinations as Barcelona, which is a diverse and cosmopolitan city that has plenty to offer. But as Rafael said, it's also a destination to combine with other nature and cultural and gastronomic options in the territories that surround the city. That's why we invited Olga Sancho and Meritxell Muriel from Barcelona destination, so that they can show us that Barcelona is indeed much more. So Olga, Meritxell, welcome. Thank you for being here today. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Turespaña, for inviting us to make this presentation. Thank you very much to Jonas and Robert as well for their help. And thank you very much to all of you that are having this time and sharing this time with us to learn a bit more about not the city, about the whole destination of Barcelona. Yeah, let's start. I will share my screen and start this presentation, hoping that you enjoy it and learn a little bit more. Okay, here we are. Very good. So, well, you know already, my name is Olga Sancho. I was born in Barcelona and I live and work here in Barcelona as well. This is why I'm so proud and happy today to present why Barcelona is much more, to present you this whole destination called Barcelona, a destination that it's much more than you know, because it is not just a city. And this is one of the reasons why we call this presentation Barcelona is much more. We are together, these three institutions, to present this whole destination: Barcelona Turisme, the Barcelona Province Council, and as well Catalonia Tourist Board. And here you have the hashtags, and as well at the end of the presentation, the website, just in case you would like to have more information about whatever we might say today. As well, I'm here with Meritxell Muriel, and we will both introduce you this whole destinations in two parts. To show you the attractive items in the city and surroundings, and a second part more practical in case you have the chance to come this year to Barcelona and enjoy it, because it has some novelties. So let's start. We would like to start with this map, because if you are hearing all the time that Barcelona is much more than a city, we would like to show you what does it mean. This is the area of the whole destination of Barcelona. As you can see, here is the city, only the city, but all this area represents Barcelona destination. It has all the Mediterranean way here with 100 kilometers of coastline up to the Pyrenees. This is the door of the Pyrenees, of the Catalan Pyrenees, and it's only just 2 hours and 15 minutes from the city center. So as you can see, plenty of possibilities and activities are possible, are feasible to enjoy in such a small distance points. It's very likely that you have, some of you have already visited and enjoyed Barcelona. And maybe you have gone up to the mountains of Montserrat, which are in here, maybe. Or as Rafael said, maybe you have a stroll along the Sitges Promenade, which is down the city of Barcelona. It happens that both of them are as well Barcelona. They are in the province of Barcelona and this whole destination called Barcelona. If I ask you to define Barcelona, you will probably come up with some of these adjectives: sun, sea, cosmopolitan, terrace, concerts, culture. Well, in addition to that, Barcelona offers you until now, the Barcelona destinations brings you and offers you broader cultural proposals with nature, with wine tourism, with golf or rural accommodation. So let's discover why Barcelona is much more. So maybe I told you, if you think on one of the adjectives you will give to Barcelona, and if they come to your mind to define it, I don't know if Mediterranean would be the one. The most often repeated adjectives in social media, in TripAdvisors or so on about Barcelona is this word, Mediterranean. Others chosen are open, innovative, cosmopolitan, but the Mediterranean Sea is the most important one, and the one that identifies and where begins this travel in Barcelona. The sea softens the intensity of the winter and the hot of the summer. So this pleasant climate with almost 300 days of sunshine favors this street life that you probably know. It allows chatting on terraces, playing in the streets and little villages, strolling along the seaside promenades. So the Mediterranean Sea is the personality of Costa Barcelona. Costa Barcelona is this brand that is in the middle of the Catalan coast, and it goes 100 kilometers. At the north, you will find villages like Santa Susana, Calella, and at the south, Sitges already said, but Vilanova as well. So in case you would like to discover why Barcelona is much more, from the city center to the whole coast, you have a public transport train that goes directly up to the north and up to the south, where to visit villages specialized for families, but as well villages where to practice different sports and different activities on the sea. Kayaking, paddle surfing, cruising on pleasure boats, proposals for children as well, operating a pedalo or playing with water parks. So don't forget that the whole Costa Barcelona includes plenty of activities enjoying the Mediterranean Sea. And from the sea up to the mountains, it is incredible, and I'm not sure if you know it, but Barcelona has 12 natural parks. 12 natural parks in only 2 hours and 15 minutes. So imagine amazing things you can do whatever you want. One morning in the sea, and later in the afternoon, maybe you can go and stroll in these incredible images. This Barcelona is much more invites you to discover this nature. At the Pyrenees of Barcelona, it stands the more important peaks, which is called Pedra Forca, like a fork. It has the shape of a fork. And there it's possible to practice hiking, climbing, caving, paragliding, and just enjoying the nature at the most active. Another natural park is the one you are seeing on this image, which is called Montseny. And the Natural Park of Montseny is an outstanding natural space that UNESCO has listed as a biosphere reserve. So imagine how many things and how incredible it is, just 30 minutes from the city center. With multiple routes and itineraries for different levels, from those who want more active tourism, but as well for families with children, just to enjoy a few hours or a getaway for a day, for a morning or a full day. It is the most nearest one. So imagine I spend almost all weekends there. When I have enough with the sun and the beach, I just move to this natural park and enjoy because it is just a few hours. The sea, the nature, but don't forget the past of Barcelona. We would like to go to the past of this city. Barcelona has suffered lots of changes along its history, but it has preserved the heritage that has witnessed the march of all history. We found all over the territory the legacy of this history, from the Romans to the Greeks, from the Romanesque art that can be seen in all churches in the Pyrenees, which are possible to visit as they have a trail, up to medieval past that you can see in the city center, in the Gothic quartier of Barcelona. So incredible points to visit and to enjoy this past and history of the city. But as well, we have one of the most important history tales, which is the modernism. Modernism is an architectural style that distinguishes Barcelona from other countries, from other tourist destinations, obviously with Gaudí behind. It is a version of the Art Nouveau, and you have plenty of these possibilities in the city of Barcelona, already known, the Parc Güell, the Sagrada Familia, but most uncommon known like the Palau de la Música, the Music Palace, or the Palace Güell, which is near Las Ramblas. But at the same time, we have Gaudí outside the city. So it's possible to come and in the whole destination visit so many points of this modernism. The one you are seeing on the screen right now is the Colonia Güell, is the Crypt Gaudí, situated 20 minutes with public transport from the city center. It was the lab of Gaudí before making the Sagrada Familia. So here you will find all of the elements and some proofs as well. Why Gaudí tried before going and create the Sagrada Familia, always together with the family way, as they have a textile colony next to the script. And that's the reason why Gaudí make this script for the workers of this colony. It forms part of the heritage of Alamaitless Barcelona that UNESCO has distinguished by recognizing 10 buildings. So it's important as well to know that you have different routes and trails to visit the different UNESCO buildings, the Parc Güell heritage sites. One of them as well is the one you are seeing. Obviously, Mediterranean way of life means gastronomy. Do you like eating well? Probably yes, probably yes. In this new Barcelona destination, you will enjoy, obviously, this food. Its gastronomy is a reflection of the Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean way of life is listed an intangible heritage by UNESCO as well. So it's based for the local quality food, for the local quality products. And you will find markets like in the city center, very well known in Las Ramblas, like La Boqueria, but as well in these small villages outside the city where you can sell and buy vegetables and fresh meat and fish aplenty. You can take the opportunity to visit as well popular fairs organized around a seasonal product, like for example, the artichokes in Sant Boi or the strawberry in the north of Barcelona, in the Costa Barcelona north. And at the same time, Barcelona's restaurant combine the traditional cuisine, those that boost the Michelin stars, with others serving the traditional cuisine that our grandmother cooked, but as well the sustainable and organical foods. So don't forget to visit the slow food restaurants, the health food establishments, which have lately been mushrooming throughout the region, fostering this sustainable and organic foods. And what matches with the foods? Wine, obviously. So there's nothing better than a good wine, than a good cava with a good dish. In Barcelona, you can make tours through the vineyards. You have 3 different appellations of origin. The smallest one in the whole Catalan territory, which is at the north, the Penedès one, which is the most important, and another one in the inlands of Barcelona, which is called Pla de Bages. Here you have the possibility to visit the international wine cellars recognized with labels like Codorniu or Torres, but as well the smaller ones, the small wineries that opens as well the doors, so you can enjoy a wine-related experience. Strolling, as you see here in the photo, strolling among the vines, pairing wines with local products, and even if you like, staying a night near these incredible landscapes, because at the end, Marie will explain you a little bit more about different accommodations that you have the possibility to use and to rent when you go to Barcelona. Cava, you know, is our sparkling wine, is vital, is part of our culture. So it's important for toasting celebrations, it's important for sharing a dinner. So learning more about the wine culture, the cava culture, is to understand the character of the Catalans a little bit better. It's like living like local. So please don't forget to visit not only the restaurants, but as well these wineries and small wineries that offers you a fantastic possibilities. And let's move to the concerts. For music lovers, opera in the Gran Teatre of Liceu or a concert in Palau de la Música that I told you is the music palace that Gaudí as well make the modernism be present, is Art Nouveau, or in the Auditori. It's mandatory if you are a lover music, a music lover. There are also other possibilities that you, when you're seeing Primavera Sounds, which is a festival, alternative festival, as well as the Sonar, which is going to be held at this summer with some protections and obviously with the restricted conditions due to the COVID. But don't forget to visit or to enjoy not only these traditional and more crowded festivals, but also the ones that are outside the city of Barcelona, where you can enjoy different kind of music, different electronic music in the locations like the Live Music Market, in the locations like Vic, for example, or the Mediterranean Fair, which is a musical festival held in Manresa near this Parador that Rafael told at the beginning. So we hope to reopen all these spaces soon. Right now and during this summer is going to be possible because they have made several practices in order to make them happen, but having less people on them. So it's popular tradition awarded with intangible heritage status, but here you have as well other kind of traditions. We have the traditions of these concerts. We have the traditions of festivals as well, the castellers that you are seeing on this screen, these human towers. So it's important not to miss this kind of traditional festivals like the Patum in the Pyrenees of Barcelona, and this one held next to the Masia Freixa, which is the white building you are seeing on the image. Following the path of traditions and finalizing this first part of this presentation, don't forget the sport. Barcelona has a great international ambassador, which is Barcelona Football Club. It opened doors for all of us all over the year. You will never forget the experience of entering in the Camp Nou. But as well as sport and competitions are tradition in Barcelona, and two of the most important competitions are the Formula One Grand Prix and the motorcycling Grand Prix that you are seeing here in the circuit of Catalonia, Barcelona. As well, golf, it's a possibility to enjoy here in this Barcelona destination, as you have 10 golf courses where to play, staying in the city or staying outside the city. So until here, it's a big map of all possibilities that this whole Barcelona destination can give you. I will give my word to the colleague Meritxell to start the second part of these presentations, but before, let me show as well a 30 seconds video to sum up this experiential way of life here in Barcelona. Thank you very much for your time.
Can you start again with sound, because there was no sound? Olga.
Oh, let's see. I think I cannot make it from the beginning again. Let's see. Now?
Not yet. Did you check the box at the start? We can try one more time to, yeah.
Okay.
If not, it's okay.
Okay, just let's check only one more to make sure everything's fine. Could you hear the first video?
No.
Ah, no, without? Oh, I thought you had. Okay, so just let's see the images. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Hello, good morning. Guten Morgen. I don't know if you can hear me. I guess you do now. As my colleague Olga has said, my name is Meritxell Muriel. I am from Barcelona Tourism Board. And I'm going to continue this presentation, and I'm going to focus on Barcelona city and its attractions. So I'm going to start with this slide that it says easy to explore, because the people, Barcelona, it's a really easy to explore city. You can explore on foot while you lose yourself in the narrow streets in the different neighborhoods. You can enjoy the green areas, or you can walk along the seafront. If you need to use the public transport, Barcelona and the metropolitan area have a very wide range of public transport with several options in the tickets. Also, you can also use the bike, because Barcelona has a really good cycle lanes, and you can cycle through the city open spaces and the parks. Also, Barcelona is an accessible city and offers you every facility to the people that has a reduced mobility, so they can enjoy the city as well. You can find all this information in the website, Barcelona Access. Also my colleague Olga has said about the distances around Barcelona are very short, so you can go within an hour to beautiful places, towns like Sitges, Blanes, Cardona, Vic, or Montserrat Mountains. So going to the next slide. Eventually. Let me see if I can do so. Okay, next slide. Next slide talks about a sustainable destination. In 2011, Barcelona became the first city in the world to get the certificate of Biosphere World-Class Destination in recognition of its responsible tourism management. So then, since then, several companies have been aligned themselves with Barcelona Biosphere Commitment, which promotes respect for the environmental, social, and cultural dimensions of a destination. Preserving the identity and the city quality of life, along with guaranteeing the success of Barcelona as a tourist destination, are challenges that can only be achieved by doing a strong commitment with the sustainable and responsible development of the tourism. The next slide is going to speak about the business-oriented Barcelona. As you all may know, Barcelona is a global business destination that shows every facility to celebrate congresses and events. The good infrastructure, the mild weather, the opportunities that you have for combining work and leisure makes of Barcelona one of the favorite destinations for hosting events. It hosts many events of many types of events, like congresses or national and international recognized events, such as the Mobile World Congress, for example. And according to data collected by different associations in 2019, Barcelona is positioned as one of the top cities in Europe and the world in terms of hosting most international conferences. Now I want to speak about workation. Workation is something that came with the COVID, with the arrival of COVID and home working. A lot of people are using the home desk as their office. So this webinar can be such a good example of that. Because under these more recent circumstances, Barcelona is now offering the opportunity to work while you enjoy a new experience. Since the destination of Barcelona has been always been a magnet of artists, writers, visionaries, and it's a multi-phase destination with excellent infrastructures and good weather. Barcelona offers culture, open-air activities, social life, food, beaches, mountains, excursions. So Barcelona Workation, it's a great opportunity that allows you to work and live like a local in the city, for example, or in the heart of the countryside or by the sea or in the foothills of the Pyrenees. Well, it sounds quite good, isn't it? So I think it does sound good. I'm going to move to the next slide because in order to do that, we have a really good accommodation. Barcelona offers you a variety of accommodation so that everyone can find their perfect base camp. From hotel rooms with breakfast and service included to apartments that provides you from independence, or you can also choose from accommodation in a rural setting to enjoy a slow life in the heart of the countryside, or you can enjoy a campsite bungalow by the sea, etc. So once you are in Barcelona city, we can help you to move around and to plan your trip beforehand. So you can visit the page visitbarcelona.com, where we can see 200 or more activities and experiences. You can buy tickets there. Some of the products that we have available in the webpage is the Barcelona Bus Turístic, for example, that they have 3 lines that you can jump on and off as much as you like with the same ticket. You can also buy the Barcelona cards, which allows you to free transportation during the days that you bought. You can also enter to museums with discounts. Some of the cards, they're also free tickets to some museums. Like, for example, you can go to the zoo, or you can go to the aquarium, you can go to the Pobla Español, Colonia Way. There's also the Barcelona walking tours. And we also have the Barcelona easy walking tours for people with reduced mobility. You can buy tickets for the Catalunya Bus Turístic. This bus goes to other destinations inside the Barcelona area, like my colleague said. For example, you can go to Figueras, Montserrat, the Pyrenees, etc. So I'm just going to conclude this presentation saying, as you have seen, that Barcelona is much more. You have a beautiful city. You have plenty of attractions inside the city, plenty of attractions outside the city within short distances. Barcelona offers you a coastline for practicing water sports, a strong cultural offer, nature, wine tourism, golf, rural accommodation, and much more. So it's a unique and attractive offer that combines the beauty of Barcelona and the regions that surround it. So I'm going to finish with this beautiful video where you will see what I'm talking about, and just let the images speak for themselves. Thank you very much for your attention.
Trying to fulfill my dreams, looking for answers, a landscape full of meaning. I saw a light at the end of the way. I flew to Barcelona and knew I had to stay. She's so kind and strong, she's ancient but young, and she
Thank you very much for your attention. See you soon in Barcelona.
So, thank you, ladies. Thank you very, very, very much. Maybe one first question to start. In the beginning of the Corona time and before Corona, everybody was blaming some cities in the world, from Venice to Amsterdam to Barcelona, over tourism, not to forget Palma de Mallorca. So in the meantime, Corona or no Corona, a lot of cities and authorities have said we must contain the over-tourism, we go to quality tourism. So what is in the post-Corona, coming up post-Corona times, the attitude from the city municipality or the city or the region Barcelona towards this phenomenon?
This is as clear as the presentation of today. We are engaged, obviously, with this problem from long years ago. We are in collaboration, the Turisme de Barcelona, which is the city, and the Barcelona Provincial Council, which represents the rest of Barcelona. And we are making this collaboration to present and promote all over the world this destination, not as a city, as a big destination, where to expand all the visitors that can get accommodation outside the city and visit the city for morning or the other part, stay in the city, but at the same time go and visit the wineries, move to the nature. So spread and move all along this whole destination. We have made several presentations and we have already promoted this destination in Belgium, but as well in other European countries and in America and Asia as well, because we are really committed with this objective of spreading all the tourism.
I have been many times to Barcelona, sometimes just to stay 1 or 2 days in Barcelona, then to use Barcelona as the cruise gate. Barcelona is one of the most important cruise cities in the Mediterranean. I discovered, I know the wineries. I have not been there. I have not discovered agriturismo. I think a lot of people are not aware that Barcelona, with 120 kilometers of costa or 100 kilometers seafront, 300 days sunshine, they are not very often flocking into the hinterland. And I think when you look at the pictures, the pics and the video, the hinterland of Barcelona is very important. And I think it's unexplored and unknown to a lot of clients and travel agents.
Yeah, it's true. This is the reason why we are trying to promote the whole destination and giving different opportunities and proposals and activities outside the city, because as you said, is a long way to inform and give all these possibilities in the whole Barcelona destination. Wineries is an example, but all nature, these 12 natural parks that you can visit really, really close to the city, are many of these activities and possibilities. So you're more than welcome wherever you want to visit these wineries and discover this nature outside the city and this agrotourism as well, accommodation.
And let's say the in-between period now between post-Corona and after Corona, when you come with a little group with clients, what is the maximum capacity of people coming, allowed to move around, let's say to the wineries or to the castle or to the churches, or?
The restrictions are different depending on the kind of activity. Right now, everything is open except the nocturne activities. But for example, wineries allowed 6 people, restaurants allowed 4 people, and the accommodation depends on the quantity of rooms. So depending on the activity you want to make, depending on the accommodation you want to stay, the restrictions are different. In any case, it's limited to very small groups.
Let's say you have a guide, a local guide or a guide with you. And you walk around Barcelona, or you walk into architectural fine buildings, historic buildings. So 5-6 people is the maximum then?
5-6 people to visit different resources in the city is the maximum, exactly. In any way, as you have to pre-book any of these activities, you will already know before visiting it if you are allowed to go or not. Sagrada Familia is a fantastic example because obviously it has reduced the capacity. So groups are maximum between 4 and 6, but as well, the amount of people visiting the Sagrada Familia at the same time is as well a limitation.
In the Balearic and in other islands, most international hotels, Iberostar, Rio, Melilla, whatever, they are by law, by the government, allowed to fill since 15 months, since they are open, operational, about 60-70% of the capacity. That applies also to the big international hotels in Barcelona and environments?
Again, depends on the activity, but in general terms, it's not as much as in the Balearic Island. It's less than 60-70% capacity, is less than this one.
Okay. Are there packages, you are talking about sports, a lot of activities. What about special rates for groups of students? Are there people making packages? Because Barcelona is also very popular since a long time, also in Belgium and Luxembourg, for students.
But you mean Turisma de Barcelona is the entity that sells products,
yeah.
And we don't, as an organization, we are not a travel agent, so we don't organize this kind of trips or groups for students. We give this information and the possibility of visiting activities, but we don't organize these packages for students or for others.
Can you buy, or must you buy, the Visit Barcelona card in advance, or do you do it, buy it in the city?
I'm going to ask this one, Olga, if you want. You can visit the webpage of visitbarcelona.com, as I said in the presentation, and you can buy in advance there. Actually, it's preferable to do it in advance. And you can check everything. You can check all the museums are inside the car, so you can choose in advance which one you want to go or which ones are free. So all this information, you have it in the webpage.
Some of our panelists are asking, is it possible to receive more details about vineyards visits? Can they direct their address, their request to Judith or to you directly on the website? The possibility to visit the vineyards. Mm-hmm. How do you do? You can inform and book visits on the web.
Yeah. In this website that Meritxell has said, visitbarcelona.com, you have the possibility to book directly in the activities in the vineyards, and as well, if you visit the barcelonaismuchmore.com, you find different wineries and different sellers. So there you will book directly to the vineyard.
And most are then groups of 6 people or?
Yeah, more or less, these are the restrictions right now.
Okay.
More than 6
meals
people per group.
What about meals for little groups when they come to Barcelona? In pre-corona times, you had group meals. You had little groups visiting museums. All this is cancelled, or is it restarting, or is it on a smaller scale? How it does look for visiting museums with how many people, and how do you do if you have a group of 6 people? Can you organize meals also in these places for little groups?
Yes. Having in mind this amount of people, these groups of 4 or 6 people, you can either go to the museum and then go to the restaurant, as you can stay all together in one table. With this limitation of groups is not a problem. Yeah, you can do lots of the activities.
Rafael stated in the beginning of the 50% of the Belgians and Luxembourg people wanting to go abroad, and 23% are preferring to go to Spain, mainland or islands. What is what is the busiest time to come, or the best time to come for, let's say, clients or people coming from Belgium and Luxembourg? Is that spring and autumn, or do you definitely say we can contain and we are equipped to handle the whole year round all kind of people?
The whole year round is a perfect moment to go to Barcelona. We said we have 300 days of sun in Barcelona. So plenty of activities and different kind of activities all year round. If we have to recommend a period, probably would be not in summer, because the heat, the sun is really, really hot. So July and August, visiting the whole destination is interesting if you stay in the Costa Barcelona mainly. Maybe spring or autumn would be fantastic, but the whole year round you will have pleasant climate weather and plenty of activities for all kinds of target and people.
Of course, our people, our clients like to go the whole time to Spain, let's say, but let's come back to reality. The reality is still Corona has not disappeared yet. Let's say, I know that in the Canary Islands, for the time being, half of in Tenerife, 330 international hotels in June, half of them are open. How is the situation with international hotels in Barcelona, for instance, right now for the coming months?
I'm not sure.
Percentage are open, are operational, all kind of 4-star, 3-star, pensions.
I'm not sure if Meritxell has a little bit more of information about that, but the majority of them are open. The 80% are open without problem, not only in the city as well in the whole destination, from 3-4 stars. These rural houses are having a lot of success right now because people from Spain is traveling not to the city, to the outsides of the city, and they are all open. So probably the 80% of all of them, hotels and apartments and rural houses and campings, are open.
And restaurants and everything, let's say most of or the bars or the tapas and
yeah,
they're operational.
Right now all open, but with this restriction of amount of people. The only thing is not open right now is this nocturnal leisure.
Okay.
Night leisure, sorry.
We have been talking about the Barcelona card. Is it possible to travel to Barcelona by train?
From Belgium?
Yeah. You have Paris, Barcelona, or Paris?
Exactly.
Paris, Barcelona, yes.
You have to go to Paris and from Paris to Barcelona.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. And in Barcelona, the train possibilities are also
fantastic.
Yes, very good.
All the coast is full of trains, and it's a train that works like the underground. So every 10-15 minutes, you have different possibilities to move from the city up to the north or to the south.
The province.
And then you have other options in the inland. Obviously, if you want to go to the center of a natural park, you should go with bus or with car. But if you want to visit villages in the inlands, in the landscapes of Barcelona, is as well possible with the train.
Let's imagine you have to answer a question from a Belgian travel agent. saying, I have been lot of times to Barcelona. Now I would like to discover in post-Corona times, some part of Barcelona I do not know. What would you advise, let's say, for 2 people or 3 people wanting to discover Barcelona, even if they have been before, but they don't know everything? What would you, in first thing, recommend to discover?
In the city, I think one of the important things to discover is the Palau Whale. It's not the Park Whale, is not related, it's the Palau Whale, okay, which is because it's one of the unknown places and important ones located in the city center. And if they stay for a weekend, for example, if they are 2 people, I would recommend to visit one morning or evening a cellar, a winery in the Penedès. They can go to Freixenet, for example, that they also have public transport, and visit, having in mind what Rafael said at the beginning, Cardona, which is a fantastic village in the inlands with history of Catalonia. That you can visit not only the castle, but as well the salt mines.
How far from Barcelona center?
It's about 1 hour and 20 minutes.
By car or?
In this case, it's by car. You can take a bus, but you will need to take a car. Yeah.
Merixel, a question for you. What quiet beaches locations would you recommend in Costa Barcelona?
I'm gonna send you to La Costa Brava, but not to the up to the Costa Brava, but in the middle Maresma, which is not that known for the tourists, like Sant Pol de Mar, for example. It's a very small beach.
And quiet.
Very local, very local. Sant Pol de Mar is very local. You can go to Arenys de Mar as well, which is very local as well. I'm from there, and there are these beaches are not. Well, you may find a lot of locals, but it's not a very known as a touristic place.
How far from the city center?
Well, you take the train from the city center. It takes you like 30 minutes, 40 minutes by train. Yes, you have a. Or if you want to go closer, but you don't want to go inside the city, you can go to Badalona or Cata, which are they are closer, but they are also quite local. Ocata is really nice. It's not far. It's maybe just 20 minutes or 15 minutes by train. And it's also very nice, has a very nice chiringuitos, we say it in Spanish, like a small, tiny restaurant houses in the beach that you can have something to eat. So yeah.
In Belgium, we share together a lot of international champions in cyclism. Montjuïc, the circuit in Barcelona is well famous, but not everybody is, let's say, Mr. Valverde or Mr. Van Aert, whatever. But if you like to use the bicycle in Barcelona, it's a very hilly city also, the hilly area. Is it possible? The possibilities for hiking bikes are great or big. There is a lot of bikes you can use as a tourist.
You mean to rent a bike in Barcelona?
Yeah, rent a bike, yeah.
Definitely, yes. You have a lot of offer. And as I said before, there's a lot of cycle lines inside the city. So it's easy to use the bike in Barcelona.
Okay. Rafael, would you like to come in and maybe to a few remarks on what we have been discussing?
I love Barcelona. Barcelona, I think the region, I know very well Barcelona. I have family there. I think it's a fantastic city. The region, the province Catalonia, I think is. I only want to ask a question. For example, I like very much Barcelona, but I like very much also Costa Brava and Costa Dorada. How is it to combine, for example, stay in Barcelona and then to go to Costa Dorada, Costa Brava? Is easy to reach by train, by car? How long is the distance to Tarragona or to Girona, for example?
Well,
Olga?
It is easy. It is easy to arrive because you as well have the train that achieves the Costa Brava and the Costa Dorada. But I would recommend to stay in Costa Barcelona. because it's really unknown, as I can see, because Robert has said it, that he didn't know that plenty of these possibilities were outside the city. So before arriving to Girona and before arriving to Tarragona, are plenty of possibilities like Arenys that Meritxell said, Mataró as well, which is a modernism village, all along the Catalan, the south, with Vilanova, with Castelldefels, to practice sports in the sun, because it's a tourist, it's a sport destination. So lots of possibilities before arriving to the other coastal Catalan coasts.
I would answer, no, I don't want that the people go to another places, but I remark that it's very close. It's possible to combine.
It is close, yes.
There's a lot of possibilities in Barcelona. I know I have been many times. I think it's a perfect place to spend, I don't know, to telework for there, to spend 1 month, 2 months. I think it's a wonderful place. Thank you.
Catalonia is a really small place to visit, so everything is really close. Everything, even if you go to the Catalan Pyrenees, so it's plenty of options and possibilities really close from each other.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ladies, it was a very instructive webinar. I think time has running out. It's 12 o'clock. Unbelievable. It's passed so quickly. Thank you for a lot of information. We learned that, and that was a very interesting statement by Raphael, 50% on the latest data research of the Belgians and Luxembourg people like to go abroad, and 23 are pinpointing Spain in all its riches. Today, Barcelona much more is anywhere to be in 1 hour from the Costa Barcelona to the heritage, to the history, to the gastronomy, to the organic, to the sustainable food, to the museums, to the sports. Well, what can you have more? What can you ask more? A whole world in one big city. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Judith. And we see each other back before the real summer in Belgium starts. It's on the 6th webinar will take place on Tuesday, the 13th of July. And that will conclude the first part. Well, this is the 6th already, Galicia. And then we come back in September to the rest of the year. Thank you, ladies from Barcelona. Thank you, Mr. Presidente and Judith from Turespaña. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. We enjoyed the Barcelona weather for a few days more in Belgium, Meritxell and Olga, but we come and see you soon in Barcelona. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, thanks.
Bye.